You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, and you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't.
Okay, I'm gonna talk a little bit about my experience here at the PBA Regional Non-Champs in Houston. It's at Copperfield Bowl. 8 games of qualifying. Looking forward to bowling this. I really enjoy bowling the PBA events whenever I get a chance. I started off first game. It's by the way, this is on the 44-foot Billy Hardwick pattern. Sorry, I can't talk. It is a like 2.3 to 1 ratio. It's not the hardest, not the easiest, somewhere in the middle. So I started off thinking a little wrong here. I picked a ball that I could stay to the right, keep my angle in front of me, and I thought that was going to be my best choice, to stay to the right. And I had a good look to get to the pocket. You can see there I left a 9-pin there. I don't know if you can see up on the scoreboard there, but I think I had like strike or spare, or I think I had missed a 10-pin there. Just a lot of those, or at least too many that day. Anyway, I could get to the pocket, but I couldn't carry. I ended up changing balls, but I also had to make a move. I'm trying to see, yeah, I would have made the move by now. Game 2, it's game 2 of qualifying. Basically, people were playing left of me, and I was too stubborn. I thought my idea was better. And I moved a little left, and I struck out game 1 to salvage a 2-0 game. But it was obvious to me that I was playing the wrong line to start off with. So moving left gave me a lot better look. And then what happened to me after that is I started getting fooled. So I would go to the next pair, and you'll notice a lot of my shots coming up light. I'd try to play the line maybe similar to what I just got done playing, and I'd go to the next pair and the ball would skate a little bit, and I thought, okay, well maybe this pair is a little tighter. So I'd bump a little right and try to square up my line, but as soon as I'd do that, the ball would just skate further. I tried changing some balls around, trying to find a better look, and it got me a little frustrated, which affected my spare shooting. You know, some of my shots, if I threw them really good, you know, I'd end up okay, but it was just really tough. And then I'd move back left a little bit, and the ball would hook more. And that should have been my clue right there, to move even further left, but I didn't for a little while. Then I started catching on, oh, I need to move further left. So that was the move. I found out later on, is the further I got left, the better look I had. But I was too hesitant to do it, and it cost me. And typically, I'm ashamed to say, when I'm not confident on how to strike, it gets my brain occupied, and then it affects my spare shooting as well, which is the opposite of what you need to be. When you're not striking, obviously you need to be sparing, right? But I've been that way for a while. I'm trying to work myself out of it. Maybe one day I will. I don't know. When I know I can strike on the first ball, then I can clear my mind and shoot my spare. But unfortunately, my brain gets occupied worrying about trying to figure out a strike, and then it's not focused on the spare. And I think we all know when you're shooting PBA events or anything on sport, your spares are crucial. Here's a shot at me picking up a 10-pin. I'm really glad my girlfriend got that video, because I missed several and I wanted to make sure there was proof I got one. So there it is. Anyway, as you can see here, I'm moving further and further left. Trying to get comfortable with exactly where I need to be playing in there. I got a little fast with that ball down lane, got lucky, but and further I move left, the better my looks, but then I'll get a ball to jump high, right, like that, right? Well, I figured out later on that when it does that, just move further left in, just move everything left. And just kept going that way, but I needed to change balls, and I hesitated doing that. So a lot of hesitation during this tournament cost me a lot of pins. Ended up going with something with a little slicker cover on it to get through the fronts, but then with the ball that would just lay down on the back. You'll see here it'll start working. Once I get far enough left with it and trust it, I'll start getting a better look. That wasn't too bad. Once again, a little fast down lane, left a 5-pin. Actually picked that up, thank goodness. I've been buying drinks. So right about here is whenever I start getting comfortable with where I'm supposed to be at. As you can see, I'm up next to the ball return. I was able to not have to get in front of the ball return all day, which was pretty fortunate. A little late 7, stared it down, it was pretty fun. Yeah, get off the pair, get off. So game 7 here, I'm down pretty bad, and I'm just trying to make a move. The scores are not high. I think at the time it was like -18 was the cut. And I knew if I could just put together a couple of games, even though I've had a bad day, I could still get there and try to make a better day of it the next day. And then, of course, every game I had to make a crazy shot like that, right? It was just bad off my hand. And then, of course, trying to spare this is not the easiest. And, of course, I don't get it. Yeah, it was even a bad attempt. But not doing too bad. I knew I've got to look to get the strikes. I knew where to throw it. I just had to get left, let the ball out, and fade and sit. All I had to do. See, in, throw it out, let the ball sit, and it was good. So that's what I took from this pattern. I had never bowled on this pattern before. Was I misjudged it. I tried to stay right and up the boards, and that was definitely not, at least in this house, not the look to do. It was get left, let the ball fade to the right, and set. That was the move to make. Now, I end up making a big, well, not a big move, not big enough anyway, a better look toward the end of the set here, game 7 and 8. But unfortunately it wasn't enough, and I finished -30, which was 22 pins out of the cut, and I ended up catching a check for highest senior out of the cut. So at least I got a check. But of course I don't ever enter a tournament just to get a check. I enter the tournament to win, at the very least have a shot at winning, and I didn't give myself a shot at winning during this tournament, and I would definitely going to take it as another learning tool. And looking forward to get back into bowling some more of these. So many of them are so far away from me. It's hard to justify driving 7 hours to bowl a tournament when there's plenty around me. But if I can, I will. So boom out. Hope you enjoyed.